Hi everyone, Saki here and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about how I clean my Liz Lisa clothing. We are in a new location. This is my hallway and I kind of wanted to do this video in like a vlog style today just because I have a lot of laundry to do, and this is one of the videos that a lot of people have been asking me about. I think a lot of people are a little bit hesitant to just like throw their Liz Lisa clothing in the washer and dryer just because it is a little bit more expensive than your average clothing, and I totally understand that. And so today I just wanted to show you how I clean my Liz Lisa clothing. So today I have a huge pile of laundry. I actually haven't done my laundry in a week, I think, so I have at least a week's worth of clothing to clean. So yeah, let's get started. So today I'm wearing this new sweater that I got from the brand called Fille, and it has a jingly bell right here. So if you hear this, I'm sorry if it annoys you. It's just, you know, something that came with the sweater, and I think it's super cute, and I'm really excited about it, so that's why I decided to wear it today. I have all my clothing right here. I already separated out the darks, which, you know, obviously you can't wash darks and lights together, and I actually am going to separate it even further and remove all of the clothing that isn't Liz Lisa. So like this is one of the sweaters I wear to bed, and I'm not going to include it in my like Liz Lisa like clothing pile. So I actually did a load of normal laundry last night, so I only have a few clothing items that aren't Liz Lisa, and then these are all the Liz Lisa clothing items that I have that I'm going to wash today. I know it seems like there are a lot of different colors in here, but actually I've noticed that washing these, they don't really bleed or anything, so like I'm perfectly fine with washing like my pinks and whites together. I do have this sweater dress that I wore like a few weeks ago that I haven't washed yet because I actually have to hand wash this one, so I'm going to take this out of the pile and set it aside for now, and I'll show you guys how I hand wash that one as well. This is actually a pretty big load of laundry. I might separate this into two just because I don't know if it's all gonna fit in my washing machine. Yeah, actually let me just separate the pinks and the whites. Like I said before, you can wash them together. I've had no problem with that in the past, but just because my load is a little bit big, I'm going to just separate the whites and the pinks. So if you were curious, I am throwing like a bunch of different textures in here. This one I have like the kind of sweater texture. And this is one of the knit dresses that I bought this year. And this is my cinnamon roll collab dress. It's just got like that typical Liz Lisa material. So I am throwing a bunch of different things in here. They're all different materials, but I don't know. They've always been fine together in the laundry. So yeah, I just kind of do that. So now I'll just go through the settings with you on my washing machine. So I always do auto sensing low just because I'm never really sure like which is small and medium. I don't know. I always get confused. So I always just do auto sensing just to make sure. And then I always set my water to cool. I've read this somewhere online where like if you use warm or hot water, it'll just like set stains more than if you use cool water. So I always just use cool. I never use cold, just cool. So now moving on to the actual settings, I actually always use mine on delicate normal. So the reason why is that I feel like the delicate cycle is a little bit more gentle in my clothing, and I've noticed that like my Liz Lisa clothing doesn't get that dirty because I am always careful with them. And in a second I'll share another tip with you on how I keep my clothing a little bit more clean. And then I just pour some detergent into the little cup and throw it in there, and now I'll just click start. And that is going to start my machine. So now I'm going to wait for my machine to wash all my clothing, and I know it's nothing new. I know that, I mean, everybody knows how to do laundry, right? So I know that wasn't super exciting, but that's just literally what I do for all my Liz Lisa clothing that I don't need to hand wash. So the reason why I actually pulled this sweater out and didn't include it in my load is because it's really fragile, and I honestly think that it stretches super easily, so I don't want it to like get tugged or whatever inside the machine. So I always just kind of hand wash this one. As I was loading stuff in the machine, I told you I just wanted to share one quick tip with you on how to keep your clothing a little bit cleaner. So this might be stupid and self-explanatory, but basically I wear a cami underneath everything that I wear. I always like to wear a cami because there'll be like a layer in between my skin and my Liz Lisa clothing, so it keeps them a little bit more clean. So this is the thing that's gonna get a little bit more dirty, at least on the inside, like from my body, you know? And then along the same lines as that, I always wear safety shorts. So these are just like a pair of, I don't know if they're like workout shorts or like short leggings or whatever, but these are just from Forever 21, and I always wear a pair of these every single day. I wear them literally every day. I call them safety shorts, but they're really just like, you know, regular shorts. And I feel like just wearing like an inner layer with the cami and the shorts, even though they can make you a little bit hotter, I just feel like they keep my clothing a little bit more clean, like at least from the inside. And so when I'm using my delicate cycle, which is a little bit shorter and a little bit more gentle than the normal cycle, I always feel pretty confident that my clothes are getting clean. And obviously I just throw these in with my normal clothes and then they get cleaned as normal. One of my followers asked me specifically how to get stains out, and I don't know if any of my clothing that I just washed actually had any tough stains, but I do have a clip of when I did have a blouse that had like a really heavy makeup stain on it, and I'll insert it in this video just to show you how I get those heavy stains out if there aren't any in this load for me to do today. So here's an example of a stain that didn't come out after washing on the delicate cycle. Sometimes, like I said before, like the stains won't come out all the way, and I think this one's just a makeup stain, so I'm going to show you how I remove this. Basically, I just take a toothbrush that I've already dedicated to washing clothes, and I'm just going to put a little bit of soap on there and then scrub the stain out. You can definitely tell that it's almost gone now. So after scrubbing, I'll just rinse it through the cold water and see if it's come out. Alright, you can see now in better lighting that the stain has completely come out and there's no more makeup on there. So yeah, that's just kind of how I spot clean stains for whenever the washer doesn't get something out all the way. Okay, I'm sorry if the lighting is changing a million times in this video. It's because I keep changing rooms, especially during winter when the sunlight is so fickle. I can't get like good lighting anywhere in this house. So now I just wanted to show you how I wash that sweater that I have, because I do hand wash and I hate hand washing, so I rarely ever wear this sweater. So as you can see, I'm next to my bathtub, and what I'll do first is just run a shallow bath with like cool water, and I don't fill the bathtub up too much. I just need a little bit of water, so I just make sure that my sweater can like lay flat in the bathtub and be covered with water, and that's kind of how much I put in. Sorry, I know it's a little bit hard to see, but I do just have like a small shallow layer of water, and now I'm gonna put my sweater in there. So I haven't put any soap or anything in yet, but yeah, I just basically soak my entire sweater in the bathtub. Sorry, I know the position and everything is super awkward about this video, but I just couldn't figure out a way to show you how I'm washing it without like, anyway. So basically I've just kind of soaked the sweater in the water, and then once I've kind of just like rubbed the water around, now I go in with my detergent, and I'm just using like this I don't know, Tide detergent. Sorry, the bottle's like super messy, but it's just, you know, I just use whatever detergent. And I just put like the smallest amount in the cup, and now I'm gonna kind of just like put it on. So I don't know like any proper hand washing technique. I've actually never even looked it up. This is just what I do, and it's worked for me in the past. So sorry if somebody who's watching this knows more than me and is like cringing, but this is just how I do it. So I like to start off with like the more, I don't know, problematic areas, which is like the hem of the dress, the neckline, and the sleeves, just because those get dirty the most. And just what I'm doing is like rubbing the soap in and, you know, just like gently massaging it around. I don't want to be like too harsh on it. And then what I'm going to do to rinse it is just like rub it around in the water. So next I'm moving on to my sleeves. So now that I've rubbed like the hem, the collar, and the sleeves pretty good, I just kind of wash the rest of the body of the dress really quickly and really gently. All I do is like rub it around in the soapy water and just like massage the different parts. I mean, you could like scrub the whole thing, but honestly, I don't have time for that. So I just, you know, kind of do this. And then I'll just wring out the water. So I drained out all the soapy water, and now this is nice, fresh, clean water. So now I'm just gonna rinse out all the soap in the dress. So I'm trying to wring out as much water as possible, just because now we are going to dry the dress, and it's a lot easier and a lot faster to dry if all the water is wringed out. And to get the water out, I'm just kind of like pushing it out. I'm not doing like a twisty method or anything, just because I don't want to stretch out the fabric. And so now to dry the sweater dress, I usually don't hang this one up just because like it is so heavy when it's washed that I don't want it to like hang and then get stretched out. So what I do is lay a clean cloth or a clean towel on the floor, and I'm just gonna lay it out. And I literally lay it out to dry like this for days. Like honestly, with this dress, it does take days. If you guys know a better method on how to like dry a piece of clothing without putting it in the machine or without hang drying it, please let me know. But this is literally how I do it, and I just like flip it over every like so often and change the towel just so it doesn't just like, you know, stay wet or whatever. But yeah, this is basically my secret to drying this freaking dress. Sorry my camera's kind of messy. I just like literally couldn't be bothered today to clean anything else because I'm doing a lot of cleaning already. So I just want to show you how I clean some of my Liz Lisa's shoes. This is like a faux suede material. I have a lot of shoes in this like faux suede material and they get dirty so easily. They are really simple to clean, so I will just show you how I do it. I'm going to take my special cleaning toothbrush that I always just use to clean, and I'm going to put a little bit of soap on there. And after I put the soap, I will just put some cool water on it. So as you can see, there are like some tiny dirt stains on the shoe. So what I'm gonna do now is just kind of rub gently. And so I know with like real suede, you shouldn't use water, but I found that on like faux suede, water and soap work just fine. And then after I'm done soaping them up, I will just rinse with water. So obviously there is a bit of discoloration from like where the water is and where it's dry. So it's hard to see if we got all the stains out, but I will leave this to dry and we'll come back later to see if all the stains are out. Alright, so I did take a short break. My laundry machine was getting super loud, so I didn't want to keep filming having you like hear that in the background. So I just took a short break and I was watching a little bit of White Collar and eating a little bit of ramen. Collar. Yeah, I love that show. I can literally watch it over and over and over. So yeah, let's take my stuff out of the laundry machine and then hang it all up. So now we're back in my room and I'm ready to start hanging things. As you may know, I don't have that much room. We live in a pretty small one-bedroom apartment, so I don't have that much room to hang everything, but I definitely try to make use of what I have. And some of my tips for this are to spread out the clothes that you're hanging. So don't like hang things on top of each other, don't hang things too closely to each other, or else they won't air dry that well. Alright, so just to kind of show you where I've started to hang things, like I said, I don't have that much room, so I have hung some clothes in my closet actually, and even though it is like a tight space in there, I've just hung up the clothing that has like this really light material, so it doesn't really need to be like dried that much. And then same with that chandelier dress, it's like got really lightweight material, so like it's practically already, you know, it's like damp, but it's not like super wet coming out of the machine. So like for the items with the heavier knit material, I'll try to like hang them out in the hallway or in the living room or basically somewhere where it can get more air. Alright guys, we're back in the living room, so I finally finished doing all my laundry, and I just wanted to mention a few things that I didn't show you in this whole process. So first, one of my subscribers asked, what do I do with the stuff that has like a lot of details? So for example, something like this sweater that's got these like pearl details that you're kind of worried about like coming off, I would actually suggest to use like one of those laundry bags. So I don't have any right now to show you, but I will insert a picture of what they look like. And basically what I would do for those items that have like a small detail that could fall off or something like that is put them in the laundry bag and wash them just like I showed you, but inside the laundry bag. The next is what to do when you have tough stains. So I actually didn't find anything that had like a really tough stain, but definitely I've had some experience with this in the past because I am really clumsy. I actually marked up my sweet latte skirt and with Sharpie. Like, I don't know how this happened, but I had like Sharpie pen stains on the skirt, and what I used was the rubbing alcohol method. So I bought this and I only use it for like tough stains like Sharpie or pen, but it worked really well. I just used like a little bit and put it on like a cotton swab or like a towel, and then I would just like dab the ink out, not rub, but just like slowly, like gently dab the ink until like it came out, and it honestly did come out. Like you could see the black lift from the skirt, and even though it didn't clear like 100%, it was like 90% gone, and you can't tell like from afar or anything. Yeah, so for tough stains, I definitely do recommend using rubbing alcohol. Just be careful with it. Like maybe test it out just a little bit on the fabric that you're cleaning just to see if the product is gentle enough, but just from my past experience, it did work for me. And then finally, I wanted to come back to these shoes. So you can see now that it has dried and the color is, I mean, it's a little bit darker still where it's wet, but I mean, it's pretty much dried now. So as you can see, all of the scuffs on the bottom are gone. And yeah, like I said, that's just using soap and water, so it worked pretty well for me. So that was how I cleaned my Liz Lisa clothing. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section below or message me on Instagram. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Did you like this vlog style? I don't know, I was kind of feeling lazy, and I've been doing a lot of like informative, just like talking at the camera kind of videos, so I didn't want to do another one of those, so I just thought I would do it like vlog style. If it annoyed you, I'm really sorry. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry, but I hope you found it helpful still. And yeah, please feel free to let me know how you actually felt about it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and put the notifications on so that you don't miss a video. Thank you for watching. Bye!